Hello guys, good morning.
Good morning.
So nice to see you. So let me get started. Hi guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Let me start the recording. I keep forgetting. Okay, so for all of you who are on Zoom, and we are live on Instagram and Facebook also. So if you're on Zoom and you're switching on your video or you're talking, you will be recorded, and the recordings will go on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook. And it's like you're giving consent for us to record you. So if you don't want you to be seen, then you can switch off your videos and not talk. You can also ask any questions you have on the chat. Hi, people on Insta, you can type your comments. I'll try to reply as much as possible. I'll try to read whatever you have. For those on Facebook, I'm not going to look at Facebook right now live. I will look at it later and reply to your comments. So let's get started. Another episode of Morning Star. Yes. Kajal, is this the first time you're joining? I don't remember seeing you before.
Yes, I'm first time joining on Zoom. Otherwise, I have joined on Instagram and
Okay.
YouTube videos I watched.
Thank you for coming. So nice to see you. I'm just going to tell people the call has started so that. So I was awake yesterday night, talking to a couple of friends so long. So please excuse me. That's why I started a little late. Literally woke up to do this call. Otherwise, I would have slept for some more time. So how does it get better? And let's get started. So this call is based on access consciousness, and think one of my friend is there who's never heard of this before. Oh, Gina is joining. I'm so excited to see Gina. Let me say hi to her first. Hi, Gina. So nice to see you. So awesome to see you. Hi, Geet. Okay, this is so amazing. So, you guys ready to change something that's going on in your universe for the better? Yes? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. So, I'll give some context because I have some new people here who do not know Access Consciousness, may have never heard of it before. So, Access Consciousness is founded by Gary Douglas. He's from USA. He's an amazing person. He's around 82 or 83 years old, but he will look like he's 50 if you look at him. And he travels all over the world, telling people how to be more conscious. So I heard from him. He said, every 2 weeks I go to a different country and I talk and I make money. I really like the idea of that. I was like, this is sounding so good. This is what I would like in my life. So would you guys like that? Would you like to you do something that is really fun for you and something that you're really good at and make money out of it? That's what I learned from Gary Douglas. He said, I just make money from talking, and he talks amazingly, amazingly well. And that's when he just opened up a whole world of possibilities for me. So, the foundation and access is, they say, your point of view creates your reality. That means whatever you think becomes your life. Any point of view that you have is what is playing out in your life. Any belief system you have is becoming your life. So when you say hard work is what gives me success, you have to really work hard to get that success. And you never get success because you don't work hard enough, do you? Because it's such a paradox, right? You think you're working hard, but if you look at yourself, you're always, I could do even more hard work. I can actually work better than this. You always are much more. You know you're much more than what you do. And then you're like, I've not given my best, so I don't deserve the success. So there are so many conflicting points of views. So hard work does not give success because of two reasons. One, hard work does not give success. That's not true. And two is because you never feel you've put all the hard work that you ever could at any point in your life. So you're always judging yourself that I will, I've not done enough, so I don't deserve it. If you're doing that, let's let that go. So everywhere you've decided that you don't deserve enough or you have not done enough, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resigned, destroy, and uncreated? Okay. Now here is where all of you just have to say yes. You can say yes in your head. You can say yes loud. You can type yes. Just acknowledging When I say, will you destroy and uncreate it, all you have to do is say yes. Thank you, Makta. That means you kind of letting go of the energy of the thought which I'm clearing for you. You don't, if you don't say yes loudly, that's also fine. As long as you don't say no, it's going to work. As long as you're just listening. And then I say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, povads, and beyonds. These are some, this is called the clearing statement in Access Consciousness. The best part is you don't have to understand it. You don't have to break your head. What does it mean? It just goes and hits you somewhere and removes the thought from your subconscious, from your being, from your head. So you just have to hear it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, povads, and beyonds basically is even if something is right or wrong, I'm willing to change this belief. We will hold on to a belief strongly if we believe it's right. This is the right thing to do. I will never ever let go of that belief. Hard work is the right thing to do. Then I don't want to see smart work. How many of you have done this where someone just gives you something, or you call them and they feel good and they say I'll pay you, and you say no, don't pay me, I didn't do anything. How many of you have done that? Because it's so ingrained that only if you work you should get money. If you do something easily, you will not even think of asking money for that, will you? You're like, this is too easy for me, I didn't do anything, I didn't work, you don't have to pay me. I've done that so many times. Anyway, at one point you will learn, so I hope I'm learning now and getting better. And now I'm like, if you have to talk to me, please pay me. So I'm like changing. So how does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, means another amazing basic tool. Like Access says, don't your judgments, your points of views is what causes problems. And how do you overcome a point of view? How do you overcome a belief that you have? And sometimes you don't even know that you have it. It's by asking a question. So we never function from conclusion or judgment. Always ask a question. Okay, how can I change this? Instead of thinking I cannot change this. Or the basic dilemma in life, there are two choices which I hate. How many of you have been there? There are always only two choices and you hate both of the choices. You don't have a choice. How many of you have ever heard yourself saying, I don't have a choice here? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, beyonds. It is literally not true. We have infinite choices, not one or two. We have infinite choices. And what I learned from Access Consciousness is life is your choice. Everything that's happening, you have chosen it. From small things to big things. When you say I don't want this to happen, it ends up happening. So I was like, Monday morning, I'll wake up properly, I'll prepare for the call, I'll be 5 minutes early. I was not thinking that. I was thinking I should not be 5 minutes late. And guess what? I was exactly late. Because when you put your attention on, that I don't want this is not going to work, your subconscious doesn't understand not. And that's what you'll attract. So I should have said, I'll be early, I'll be on time, instead of saying I should not be late. And that's exactly what you end up creating. So if you don't want something, do not think about it. Why do you think about things that you do not want in life? Only think about what you like. I would like to wake up early. I would like to do amazing stuff. I would like to have an amazing day at office. But we all put attention as, what if today something goes wrong? What if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, poads, and beyonds. Hi, Monica. So nice to see you. So where you focus your thought, where you focus your thinking is what becomes your life. So anyway, another basic question. Do you guys know, have you guys heard of this question? How many of you use it? It's called, how does it get better than this? Which I'm sure is very new. None of you have heard of it before. And I'm being very sarcastic. Because there are many people who've heard, how does it get better than this? And hi, Monica. And who does it belong to? But never use it. And then, those are the two basic questions that can sort literally anything for you. So just for no reason, if you're thinking and using your mind, just use it to say, how does it get better than this? How does it get any better than this? And you will see the universe will start giving you so many better things. The other thing about a question is, you have to be the energy of the question. You can fool everyone, including yourself, but not the universe. So the universe is very, very intelligent and very unconditional. So who are you trying to fool? When you feel very sad and you say everything is gone, I'm giving up, and then you say, how does it get better than this, right? So you're not being in congruence with the energy of what you're asking. And the universe doesn't listen only to your words, it listens to your whole energy. So things don't get better when you're not congruent with what you're asking. So just for fun, without any expectation, can we all just say, how does it get any better than this? And allow the universe to surprise you with something better, with something amazing, something small, something big, everything. Everything that comes in life is a luxury for us. What if you go back to the basic and say that life on earth is a gift? Why is it a gift? How many of you feel life on earth is so boring and I wish I was not on this planet and I wish I could run away? If you do, please read my book. It's called A Place Called Home. I especially wrote the book for you if you're thinking that way. If you say that I don't know what I'm doing on this dense, intense planet with so many judgmental people, literally everyone is judgmental. So that's what we are with. If you don't want judgments, you should go to the trees or the animals and stay away from people. It's becoming harder because there's just too many people nowadays. Anyway, everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, powads and beyonds. So thank you, Monica, for the smile. I was making a joke. So for all of you, you can laugh as much as you like. One, please do laugh at everything I say. Even if it's not funny, please laugh. Because the easiest way to change anything in your life is through laughter, is by being happy. That's the way you shift something major in your life. So I try to be as humorous as I can to make everyone laugh. And that's the idea. So even if it's not funny, you are welcome to laugh. Please do laugh. And let's spend some time laughing. Why I start this call on Monday is when I used to go to office, Mondays used to be like, I'll die on Monday. I have to go and work from Monday to Friday. God, what will I do? What will I do? Saturday and Sunday is fine because I get to talk to people or I do what I like. But then Monday to Friday you have to go to office, you have to do what they ask, and then I was like, let me change this energy around Monday. What if Monday is the most amazing day of the week? What if Monday is so fun? And that's why I started this call on Monday morning to clear anything for anyone who doesn't like Monday, who start liking it, and it lasts for a week. So people will attend this call and say, my whole week went amazing. Would you guys like that? Would you like an amazing day? So let's have an amazing day by saying, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast, I'm going to enjoy my office, I'm going to be have fun with whomever I talk today. So how does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets and beyond. Okay, Priya is asking the name of my book. I'm typing it for you. But Priya, just for you. Okay, guys, please keep yourself on mute. If, keep you on mute. Unless you're asking a question, then you may unmute yourself. Yeah, I'll come to your question, Usha, in a minute. So yes, so Priya, my book is called A Place Called Home, which you may read. It's amazing. But I've written 3 more books. All my books are amazing, even if I say so myself, but they are the most magical books, some of the most magical books that you will ever come across, and they're worth buying and reading. So A Place Called Home is priced very nominal. I feel that's a gift for people, which I have priced as nominal as possible. But the other books are, can't say expensive. They're an investment that'll completely shift everything for you. Okay. So how does it get better? Coming back to how does it get better, you'll hear me say how does it get better so many times. So just be that, live that. Just live as, I'm so excited, how does it get better? This is amazing, how does it get better? So if life on the planet is a gift, because the air you get is the gift, right? If you're breathing, the air goes in and it doesn't come out, then you're no longer alive, right? What goes in comes out, and you keep breathing, and the oxygen you get is a gift from the trees. They are taking carbon dioxide and breathing out oxygen for you. And the whole concept of earth is to gift you. It's to gift you air, it's to gift you water, it's to gift you food. We are the ones who made, right now, we are charging for water and food. Otherwise, the earth never did that for us. We started the whole concept of let's pay for this, let's pay for that. So it shouldn't go into we'll have to pay for the air. So let us destroy and uncreate that. So the earth thrives and the air is always fresh for all generations. So everything that does not allow us to know, be, perceive, receive, and contribute to that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and mules. Because the air is the only thing basically that you require to live. And maybe little water and little food, not as much as we think we require to eat for sure. Right? Everything else is a luxury. It's a gift that's given to you. So do you treat all the money you get as a gift? Do you treat everything that someone gives you as a gift, or do you treat it as, I don't know why I got this, this is not enough? How are you looking at the life that you have? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. For me, I choose to function from everything is a gift to me. Everything that I receive today is a luxury gifted to me by this beautiful universe. And the universe does gifts through people. So are you willing to just allow everyone, whether you like them or not, to contribute to you? Or are you judging them? The minute you judge someone, you are cutting off the contribution you can receive from the universe. You are cutting off how amazing life can be. And yes, people are a little, don't want to use bad words, but let's just say people are judgmental, and we all know that. And they're not easy to be around, and we all know that. But what if I don't have to judge that person who I meet? And then you can introduce them to an energy of maybe they don't have to judge. Would you like to be that? Would you like you? Because if one person is non-judgmental, we can change the energy of so many things. Then the other person actually gets an idea that I don't have to judge. And when you don't judge someone, they will be very different with you. They may ill-treat everyone in the world, but they're not going to do that to you. And they might tell you what's going on in their life. They might even change because of you. Or even today, if they're being a bitch and they don't like you and all, you allow them to come back to you after a month or two or a year and be the change, just because you're non-judgmental. That's all my book is about, A Place Called Home, how you can be as non-judgmental. Is that something that interests you guys, or am I talking something too deep? It's worth it. Being non-judgmental is for you, not for the other person, because your body will start changing in ways. Your pain will go off, your body will heal. When you choose consciousness as a side effect, your life will get better, your body will heal. When you choose to heal, you may not become conscious, but when you choose to be conscious, basically when we say conscious, it's about as being as non-judgmental as you can be, not judging yourself, not judging others, and not judging yourself for judging yourself. So now you've heard I shouldn't judge myself, and then you do a mistake and you feel guilty, and then I shouldn't have felt guilty. I'm feeling bad that I felt guilty. And then you judge yourself for judging yourself. That's even worse. So it's okay if you judge yourself once in a while. It's okay. We are all humans. We make mistakes. And if you want to see someone who has made mistakes, please look at my life. I've made all the mistakes that someone should make or should not make. I've been there, done that. So it's okay to make mistakes. Just laugh at your mistakes. It's fine. Nothing is right or wrong. And nowadays I'm completely okay. Wherever I go, if I was very clumsy. I am still clumsy. So, something I will drop wherever I go, something I will break. These are high chances of happening. Earlier, I used to feel so embarrassed. I've broken this, I've dropped this. What will people think of me? Now I'm like, oh, I dropped it again. Okay, that's cool. So what's the big deal? Don't feel bad about the mistakes you make. Why should you? Is there one person who's not made a mistake? No. And then I meet people also who don't care whether I break stuff, or whether I do something that's very silly, because you just attract who you are. Yes, Usha, what is your question? You've been waiting to ask.
Yeah, I want to ask you about just now you said don't be judgmental. We are not judgmental, but the person in front of us are judgmental. So in that space, how to not react? See, like a person will
Usha,
say, okay,
I'll tell you this new tool. I think you've never heard of it. You would have never ever used it or heard of it. It's brand new. It came today morning. It's called Interesting Point of View. Have you heard of it?
yes,
Why didn't you use it?
yeah,
That's the tool that will help you, that will stop you from getting triggered the minute someone is triggering you. So you're not a TV, right? That your remote control is with someone else. They have a remote control, they press it, and then you get angry. You are, what are you? You're an infinite being. How can you be triggered by anything else, right? So the minute you're triggered, it's okay, it's not wrong. We're all acting like children. We don't behave like adults. So don't feel bad that you're getting triggered. Acknowledge that I'm getting triggered. I can change this. Interesting point of view. They have this point of view. Interesting point of view. They have this point of view. Do it for 1 month, 1 day, 1 year, until you don't get triggered by them. That's the way to get out of it.
yeah. I mean, I'm not triggered by them, but they are harming their own body. In that way, I know I cannot stop. It's their lookout whether they want to stop or continue. So how to have ease if looking that to that extent, how can they, not how can, what can they do to have ease with that thing?
you, what can they do? God, they only know. So here's the thing. This is again, do not do superior judgment. Also, when we say don't do judgment, it's not about that person is little than me, that person is not good as me. You are not better than anyone else. Also, so they are infinite beings. You are an infinite being. So let's not have a need to fix anyone. If they want to, if they ask you that I would like to change this, you're welcome to volunteer. If not, it's okay. It's their life. That's what they're choosing. They're just choosing stupidity, because as an infinite being, you have choice to choose the most stupidest things and do the stupidest mistake also. And there are people who do that. I've been there and done that. You don't have, this is the big five, right? You don't have to save anyone. It's not your job to save anyone. It's not your job to save the trees. It is not your job to fix anyone. Your job is for you to be as happy as you can be. That's a choice too. You can be as sad as you would like. That is also a choice. So your job is just to figure out what you like and not try to fix anyone. I do not try to. There are many people who don't even know what I do, because I don't even tell them, because they're not ready to listen. And for me, it's a waste of energy. If I try to do a clearing for you, which you're not ready to listen, it's just a waste of my time, my energy, my effort. So only if someone asks me is when I even say this is what I can do and this is where I can take you. If you're willing to come, if they're not willing to come, you cannot take anyone anywhere. So you don't have to fix people, Usha. Now, Usha is like, become so sad when I said this. Some people don't like the truth. She's like, I thought I could have fixed them one way or the other. Right, wrong, good, bad, fault, shots, boys, boys, and beyond. Just change yourself. Say, what contribution can I be? How much more non-judgmental can I be? So that people change because of me. That's the only thing you can do. And don't judge them. They are going through whatever shit they want to. Sometimes there's no reason. They just act stupid because they can. That's it. They just can be stupid because they can, not because they are going through a trauma or anything. Don't try to understand them. You're not superior. You don't have to empathize. You don't have to be altruistic. You do not have to save anyone unless you want to. And then you will, one day you'll learn. If you're not going to listen to me, guys, it's perfectly fine. Please do whatever you like with your life. But 2 years down the line, if you come back and say, Nithya told me not to save people, I did not listen, that's also fine. You learn it when you learn it. So how does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, birds, and beyonds. And I've heard Gary say so many times, don't save people. Did I listen? No, I didn't listen. Obviously, I tried to save everyone. Then it didn't work. And only when I realized it's not working, I stopped, okay? So you will get there. You'll get it when you get it. So Usha, please be happy. It's okay. It's not your job to save anyone. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shots, boys, birds, and beyonds. Okay?
But I mean to say, not to save anyone, even to our loved ones also like that. So,
Are your loved ones not infinite beings?
yeah, they are.
So why do you have to save them? Why don't you give them the space of what they would like to do? Your children will want to make their mistakes. They will never listen to you and correct themselves. Only when they make their mistakes, they will learn. And who are you? Like, I wrote my book. So in my book, I've written, so many people give me advice, have given me advice. Don't do this. This is right. This is wrong. And my mother is one of the most amazing people, but she's the person who's advised you the most, right? Your parents. My father is like, he was a different type. He would never advise anyone, including me. He's like, you're there, do whatever you want, go, and I don't care about you types. But my mother is like this, that, and especially if my mother sees my sister has made a mistake, I'm the person. She will come to and say, do not make this mistake. Do not, she's like, because she's like, my elder one is gone, I have to save the younger one. Anyway, whatever mistake she didn't want me to make, I have gone and made it. Because if someone constantly tells you don't do something, that is exactly what you will do. If someone thinks you shouldn't do something, that is what you want to do. That's what your children will want to do. So why I look at my son as an infinite being. He knows how to make his choices. And the only thing that I wish for my son is he knows he can choose what life he would like. And he owns his choice. And who is my mother to tell me, don't do this, it'll be a bad thing? Because I'm not, disregarding my mother here. Anyone who advises me, they advise me because it went wrong for them. It did not work for them, so they try to save me. So my question is, when it didn't work for you, why are you telling me what is right when you got everything wrong? So if you need advice from someone, their life has to be like amazing, and you should actually see they've not made mistakes, and then you can actually ask them for advice, otherwise not required. Similarly, who are you to advise anyone? Do you know what's right? I'm sure you've made so many mistakes, and you yourself are like in the fear of what if they make something wrong, right? So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate it, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, mules. So just chill, watch the drama. You should watch the drama that other people do as though you're watching a movie and just laugh at it. It's entertainment, that's all it is, nothing else, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, mules. I don't do drama, but it's not that I enjoy drama, but if others do it and I cannot control it, then the best reaction here is to just enjoy it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, girls. Prachi is saying, at times I can't feel happiness at all. I want to be happy in life. So the first thing is not to use the word want. When I say I want something, want means lack. So the universe, when you say I want this, like, you have to function as though everything in life is a gift. That's when you receive the abundance. When you say I want something, you've already decided you don't have it. And when you say you don't have it, you will not have it, you lack it. So why is anything a want for you? Why isn't life just amazing? Why isn't it breathing? Why is breathing not treated as the gift it is? Why is your body not treated as the amazing gift that it is? And if you want to be happy, all of you who are feeling that you're lonely and you don't have someone to help you, you don't have a friend, you need someone to be happy, there is someone with you always listening to you and doing what you ask, which is your own body. Which is your own body. However tired you are, if you have to go somewhere, does your body come with you or not? It does, right? Whatever, even if you've overworked your body, like I was up till 12 yesterday night, not 12, 1, cut the call at 12, and then I was up till 1 or 2. So my body was like, I want to sleep today, but I have to do this call. And I'm like, wake up. And it said, okay, I'll wake up. So it always listens to you. Whatever you do, your body, even if your body requires something else, you can override it. It listens to you. It is literally your best friend. To whom you're saying, I'm unhappy, so that you can make it full of disease. To whom you say you don't look good, so your body can become worse. When you say, I don't look good, your body listens to that and makes it true. Your body listens to everything you say and makes it true. So will you treat your body as the gift? Will you treat it like your best friend? Because if you go and tell your best friend in the world, if I just look at my best friend and I say, you look ugly, will they ever talk to me again? They'll run away from my life and they're like, I don't care about you. I hate you. So Prachi, this is what you're doing when you say that I'm not happy. You are doing a disservice to your body. You are treating your best friend so bad, it still doesn't run away from you. It still stays with you. That's the beauty of your body. And this is the reason for disease. This is the reason for problems. All the judgment that you've put into your body about you, about others. When I say I don't like this person, does your body feel good when you say I hate this person? No, but does your body feel good when I say I love this animal? I love the trees. So what energy are you putting into your body, right? So at least for your body, with respect for your body, because it's the one thing that respects you and gives back so much to you. Will you guys choose to be happy? I've given you amazing ways of being. Now, whether you choose it or not is up to you. And out of all of you, even if one person is choosing this, then that's amazing. But that's the way you can be. It's not the way you have to be, but that's the way you can be. And the more you admire your body, the more, because everything is judgment, right? I mean, the universe never said this body is beautiful, this body is ugly, and this person doesn't look good. It's all judgments that humanity has kind of created. So why don't you just go back to my body is healthy, my body is amazing, I will make my body healthier. Hi Krishna, so nice to see you. Hello. Krishna, you joined on the right time. I was just about to close the call, but so please join half an hour earlier from next. We start at 9 a.m., not at 9:30. So how does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys. And the best part is, if you admire your body and you say, I like my body, you will get more money. Just try it. And when other people judge you and they say you don't look good, I'm like, really? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Or you don't even have to be apologetic. So if they think you don't look good, so what? Who cares? As long as you are happy with yourself. If you receive someone's judgment and actually do not react with the new tool, which I said, interesting point of view, And because some people are so new, let me just say, interesting point of view is one of the oldest tool in access consciousness, which literally everyone knows. People don't use it, and that's why I said it's a new tool. When you be an interesting point of view, an allowance about the way anyone talks to you, you will get more money. You just see your body will become more healthier, your money flows will increase, your life will become better. And you know, why would I allow something outside of me to affect my body? Why is my body not my temple? Why is my body not treated as the gift that it truly is? Why do I not like myself? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, means. Now, why is not a question. So never ask, why do I not like myself? I was being sarcastic. That's not the question you ask to change anything. Because when you say why, you're always going to come back and blame yourself. You'll get an answer, beautiful answer. When you say, why did something go wrong? It'll always come back to, it's because of me, because you are wrong. How many of you feel wrong? Every part of your body feels wrong. Every part of your life feels wrong. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and neons. So whenever I go to Dane's class, whether it's the first class, whether it's the 100th class, he always says, you are not wrong. And it always hits me. And, you know, it's so amazing. You're not a wrongness. And you don't have to function like you're a wrongness, right? You may not be right, but you're not wrong. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, and beyonds. And Gary said this amazing thing. Would you like to be right or free? And obviously, I would like to be free. So I don't have to be right. If I'm right, I'm not free. I'm trapped. I have to do the right thing. I have to... Krishna, I think something is wrong with your speaker because pretty much everyone else is able to hear me. But if you can't hear me, I don't think you're going to hear this. So anyway, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, and beyonds. So... that was very funny. Okay, anyway, so you don't have to be right. You don't have to function as though I have to do the right thing always. What if I make a mistake? And then you're so trapped. And everyone has to think that I'm right and good. I tried that, did not work for me at all. And I thought I was being so right and good, but in the process, I've actually offended everyone I've met. You can ask people who know me 20 years back, they will tell you all the stories, or they might have forgotten. Anyway, it's not so important for them, but I have offended everyone in every possible way that I could. So right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds, because I thought that was right. So being right is not going to give you anything or get you anywhere, but you're not wrong. And we have to live life. You're not here to like, I have to live the right life. What does that even mean? So there is actually nothing right or nothing wrong in life. It's all about, are you following what is light for you? What is light for you in this moment? Because 10 years back, if you say, I buy this house, it's going to be an amazing thing. And now it's like not good enough, right? But at that time it seemed right. Now it's wrong. And then you go back to, I'm always do the wrong thing. So what do you feel light about? What do you feel good about? What makes you happy? Go for that. As an infinite being, you can choose to do whatever you like every moment. That's the choice you have. I don't know if you guys are getting it, but you know, if you're not, please come and join Access Bars class, Access Foundation classes, Choice of Possibility classes. It'll free you. The first Choice of Possibility class that I went is where I understood the power of choice. Of, you know, my life is just my choice. It just synced in. So if you're not getting it, I do recommend those classes. I do Access Bars and Access Foundation. Geet, are you there? Geet also will do those classes. And Geet is like,
Yes, Nitya, I'm there.
how are you? So nice to see you. So we will do amazing classes that will change everything for you. They are not expensive. It's just an investment because it's not even as costly as the college you studied, which you got literally nothing from your education. Here you're going to get everything that you need to change your life, to set your life, to create the life that is an adventure, that is magical. And you know, after Access, my life has become an adventure. It's like,
Let's say talk to entities.
okay, so I'm an Access Consciousness Talk to the Entities facilitator also. So I do help open up a new spirit world for you. Hi, Monica. So many people at Monica's house. Just want to say hi. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Nitya, just now you said choice of possibility. It means you conduct a class of choice of possibility or how?
No, I wish, hopefully that happens, but you can learn bars and foundation. And after foundation, you can do a class called Choice for Possibilities, which Gary, Dane, Kalpana, and Simon, those are the 4 facilitators that will do a Choice of Possibilities class. That class can be done online also, but you need to have a foundation within 12 months to do that. Yeah. Okay. So coming to talk to the entities, it opens up the whole spirit world for you. It opens up how you can talk with spirits. What happens? What happens to you in life? Not you. What happens to people after death? And how clearing all these energies will give you so much space. Why are there multiple voices in your head? Why is there one voice telling you you can, you can't? And if you guys are afraid of anything or anyone, do join the Talk to the Entities class. Your fear will go away. It's one of my favorite classes to do from Access. It's a 2.5-day class. You have to have done Access bars. The first class you have to do in Access is Access bars. That kind of clears your head, changes your thinking, allows you to open up yourself to a world of different possibilities, and then you can step into Foundation. 3.5 days of changing anything. When I saw that foundation manual, I was like, why did someone not tell me this when I was in school? Why did someone not tell me this when I was a kid? It will tell you how to tackle every aspect of life, from money to entities to relationships to helping others or not helping others, to judgment, to how you should live, to what are the 10 commandments. It's so amazing. To body processes that make your body healthier. So it caters to everything. And then choice for possibilities will actually help you figure out what is the true power of choice. Talk to the entities will open your space, your receiving, your awareness, your world about how to deal with beings without bodies, basically. And it's so stupid to think that everyone has a body. Your body will die one day, but what happens to your being? And people don't even think that. They're like, I'm just a body, and when my body is gone, everything is gone. So it's a different ball game altogether, and it's one of my favorite classes to do. Thanks, Geet. So if you guys are interested in doing any of these classes, just ping me, ping Geet. I think Geet is going all over India doing classes. And yes, and I do have a B4 sculpting class coming up on next weekend in Bangalore, 22nd June. Yes. So if you want to change your body shape, your size, your disease, your height, what is it? Anything else about your body, your hair, please join the class. And in 4 days, you're going to drop 1 size. That's guaranteed. And that's the minimum thing you get. So someone told me you shouldn't be talking about body size because that class is healing so much. It is so much more. You will learn how to let go of disease. There was one person whose diabetes shifted in 4 days after doing the B4 sculpting class. B4 sculpting is not an Access class. It's my own class and zero prereqs. It's just a 4-day class. Your body will love you for what you give it to it. No, just be, it's not online as of now. It needs to be, I have to do touch work. So I do B4 formats in other online classes of my own. I will, if you follow me on my WhatsApp group, we will keep posting there. So please get onto our Morningstar WhatsApp group or keep watching our Instagram or Facebook. I think my WhatsApp is best. I'm not so good at Instagram. Not good. It's not good. I'm just a little lazy to replicate everything. So WhatsApp is where most of the information will be. So how does it get better? But these are some amazing classes available. And B4 sculpting, I will add you, Jasbir. I started last year, so it's literally such a new class. Things you've never seen or heard of before. And when I tell people, I'll reduce your tummy in 20 minutes, there are many people who don't believe me. There are many people who believe me. That's also an amazing thing. They're like, if there's one person who can do it, it's you. And there are also many people who don't believe me. But it works. Whether you believe it or not, you will see a change. So would you like to have that communion with your body? It's based on my book called Communion Symbols. You should grab that book if you don't have it. Yes, Monica, thank you for saying it works. You should grab that book and just play with it and draw the symbols and free yourself from pain, free yourself from anxiety, stress, just with the help of the symbols. So, and I am starting, what's the name of the book? Communion Symbols. And I'm starting Yes, I am doing Find Your Primary Guide class today, 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. IST. Yes, because the person who's joining is from US, so it is catered for that timing. If anyone else wants to join to find who is your primary guide, so I work a lot with animal spirit guides, and Wolf is my primary guide. If you want to find spiritually who is your guide, how that animal can help you, who are you within, what does the spirit world mean to you, you can join that. And I have a shamanic class starting from June 29th. If anyone wants to join, get in touch with me. Unearth One Earth is one of the best schools for shamanic healing. And it is the only school for communion symbols and B4 sculpting. No one else on earth is doing stuff like that. So if you are interested, to become more of yourself. Who are you? What are you? Uh, how can you be the best of you? That's all. That's where we're getting you to, not to become someone else, but for a seed has to break to become a plant, and it had to let go of its outer shell. So you have to evolve. Unearth One Earth is the spirit school of evolution. So if you would truly like to learn about spirits, you can join my shamanic class, talk to the entities class, foundation class. We have so many different classes for you. If you want to learn about yourself, you can join all these classes too. If you want more money, also you can join all these classes. Basically, if you want something, you can join any of these classes, it'll get sorted. Is that okay, Geet? Anything you want to add?
Are you doing money series?
Yes, I am. I'm planning to go to Dubai on July 3rd, and we're doing some big money classes. I will be announcing them shortly. Thank you for asking. You can change your money reality so easily just by joining any of these classes. I'm just thinking of a new money class and what different concepts can I do that, because you get bored when you do the same class again and again as a humanoid. But anyway, so if you would like to change your money reality too, which is completely possible, and I'm the biggest example for that, where my financial reality was 8 years ago to where it is today, and how my thinking of money was to where it is today, is a different level of freedom. And then you just get money, and money doesn't control you. So here's the thing: would you guys like to have money or save money or worry about money? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So if you truly would like to have money, and having money means you get more than what you want to spend, and you're okay to spend it. It doesn't mean that I get so much money and I save it and I save it and I save it, so I use it for all the disease I get when I'm old. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, beyonds. It doesn't mean you hoard on to money and like, I won't spend even 5 rupees because it's so hard earned. Coming back to how we started this call, hard work gives you money. So you're like, this is so hard earned money, I won't spend it, I won't use it. What's the point of having money if you won't use it, right? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, nuance. And I mean, what are you even going to do with? And money every year reduces in value. So I was doing this financial class, and it was like, even if you spend money, you've done something worth with it. If you save it and you've not invested, then you've lost 17%. I was like, that's so interesting, because money reduces in value. Money doesn't reduce in value. People make sure that money reduces in value so that everyone is always spending or always worried about money. And that's the way the government wants us to, whatever, the whole world wants us to look at money that way. But that's not true. Money is an energy. And if you be vibrationally compatible to money, you get money. And having money is, I should be able to spend it. I want this dress, I'm buying it. This is what I like. I should be able to go and spend it. That's having money. And then whatever I would like to do with my money, I get the money for it. And these classes, I do not call them as energy exchange. I call them as investments, because they come back to you godzillion times, not only in terms of money, but in terms of so much more, in the way you function, in the way you look at life, in the way you be. So would you guys like that? So, and yes, all the classes I do are amazing, will definitely change something or the other for you. If you would like change, and I'm not forcing anyone. If you don't like change, don't have to come. If you don't want, Krishna is saying money bars work. Oh, Krishna, that is so cute. Geet, I did bars for Krishna's husband once, and he got 1 crore or something the next day. I mean, all their money problems sorted. So she tells everyone Nitya's money bars is the most amazing thing. And I've tried telling her 10 times it's access bars, not money bars, but she's like, this is money bars. So thank you for bringing that up. Everything that brought up in it on right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And even now she wrote your money bars is amazing. It is true, guys. Come and get your bars run from me. Your money reality is, everything is bound to change, including your money reality. So let's just put it that way. So yes, I think I've talked enough. So if anyone has one last question, happy to give you a question. I'm not going to give you an answer, but give you a question of how you can sort it. Otherwise, we can wrap up for today. And if you're interested in any of my classes, just ping me. We can set it up. Yes, no questions. Any questions, guys? Let me just take a look at Instagram. And
Thank you so much.
thank you, Mukta. And Prachi, happiness is just a choice. Choose to be happy for everything you have. If you're just grateful, if you just look at, I'm so grateful that I have this much, life is very different. If you say, I don't have enough, then, you always create that you don't have enough. So the earth is such an amazing mother that it gives to everyone on the planet. Every animal, every being, every person always gets more than enough. You always have more food than you can eat. You always have more clothes than you require. So we always have everything more than what you need. The earth satisfies everyone's needs, but it cannot satisfy even one person's greed. That's what it is. So when you get into I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, you're doing a big disservice to you, and the planet will not be able to contribute to you. You'll not be able to see the gift of what life is. So if you have enough for the next meal, so much to be grateful for. You are rich if you have enough money for today. That's it. You are the richest person. You're one of the richest people in the world. And tomorrow you always get what you're looking for. And life is so much more than money. So if these are the things that you would like to see, and let's face it, most of you are not even interested in money. Your biggest problem is money because you think that money is what will give you happiness. And the minute you get money, you will not have happiness, trust me. And you'll create another problem. We like that, right? You don't like life without problems. There has to be some drama or the other going on. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, bock, all nine shots, boys, and girls. Okay, people, so I will close today's call and I will see you guys next Monday, whoever is joining. Thank you for joining. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nitya.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.